A ninth body was found Friday morning at the charred site of a Christmas Eve massacre. That night, a recently divorced man dressed in a Santa suit went to the home of his former in-laws and opened fire indiscriminately on partygoers. When it was all over, he set the home ablaze with a makeshift blowtorch.
Heard a lot of popping and cracking noises and wasn't sure what it was, so we ran outside because my mother's staying with us right now, and she goes, there's a fire, and we ran out to see where it was, and then we were stopped by the SWAT team because they came out and said there's somebody loose with a gun, and one of the houses were on fire.
As partygoers ran from the house, several of them ended up on a neighbor's doorstep.
Male member of the group, he had a cell phone, and all he did is he was calling people and saying he shot them all, he shot them all.
Police eventually identified the shooter as 45-year-old Bruce Pardo. His ex-wife lived at the crime scene with her parents. They are believed to be among the unidentified bodies.
There was an explosion that occurred inside the house. Mr. Pardo was severely injured during that explosion. He suffered third-degree burns on both arms. It also appears that the Santa Claus suit that he was wearing did melt onto his body.
Pardo later killed himself at his brother's house with a gunshot to the head.
Mr. Pardo did have $17,000 of cash saran wrapped to his legs or concealed inside of a girdle that he was wearing. He also had a plane ticket for a flight, on an early morning flight, Thursday, Christmas morning, from LAX to Canada. So all indications are that he intended to commit this crime and then flee the country. And what it appears is that he didn't anticipate injuring himself to the point where obviously he took his own life.
Officials are still working to identify the victims and to determine whether they were killed by gunfire or flames. Sandy Kozel, The Associated Press.